Hi there, and welcome to the first video of 2024. I hope you had a lovely change of year, and may this one be the craftiest one yet. Hi, it's Riikka Kovasin here. This time I'm making a little mixed media tag using leftovers or like recycled items. I have this drawer or a basket filled with little ephemera that I've gathered along the years. So there's vintage paper there, also some stuff I've received from ATC swaps, and then just packaging supplies and like clothing tags that I've left to be used in mixed media backgrounds or as a base. This tag I'm creating on top of a product packaging, and I'm first collaging some pieces of paper on top of it. I'm using a matte gel medium to do that. When I have the whole background covered, I then let the project dry for a while and cut the focal point loose. This is an old postcard I've received along the years, and I really loved the image in that one. In case you don't have this kind of postcards available, there's of course printables, or you can use even ads. The magazines are a little bit thinner paper, so you might want to first collage the photo on top of another piece of cardstock before cutting it out, so it's sturdy enough. I then add some mediums to the background, giving it a little bit of color. I'm using infusions, which are these dye crystals, and also watercolors. Again, you can choose any kind of medium, but watercolors are quite handy and you could just use them. I just love the way the infusions work, so there's different shades appearing. As you can see, I'm also coloring a piece of cardstock with the same colors that I'm adding to the background. This is an actual piece from a watercolor set where you should put the colors of the watercolor set, but I really like the design, so I thought to use that as a design element. I'm going to use it in the background. If you don't have anything similar, of course you can just color some swatches to a piece of cardstock and use that. While the background was drying, I then took some of the ephemera I already had picked up for this project and sew them together. So there's some old book pages, some tissue paper, and some old pattern paper as well, or pattern making paper, let's say. And I've used just a machine to stitch the layers together to give it a little bit of extra. But when I then start adding elements on top, the stitches kind of fade out, so I could have just used double-sided tape to adhere the layers together. I then make the composition by using some of the elements to make the cluster a little bit, sturdier, and also adding a little bit more elements to it using just double-sided tape. I add the paint swatches to the background and a piece of postcard underneath the focal point. I'm then attaching the focal point and the cluster to the background using foam tape. Then it's time to add the finishing touches. For that I've gathered some old buttons, which I'm including to the tag, but I'm also playing with the little labels of the watercolor paints I'm using, and I'm attaching a couple of those to the piece. I also add a piece of text to the tag, and this is cut out from an old book. I used just craft glue to secure everything in place. And there it is, a really easy and fast tag using just recycled items and some watercolors. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know the drill. Please consider subscribing and hit that bell sign to be notified when a new video comes live. Thanks again for watching. See you next Friday. Bye.